When you were shooting like for your role as Thanos, like in the Avengers movie, is this something that you use like to keep regular or?
Snap always, dude. Always. That's what promoted the snap, bro. So yes.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Shomari Show. As always, I'm your host, Shomari. Today, we have a very special guest. He's a pretty cool guy. He's well known in the esports industry. He's an entrepreneur. He's the co-founder of Team Envious. He's an ex-Call of Duty pro. But what most people don't know about this guy is that he was actually Thanos' stunt double in the last Avengers movie. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Skyler Johnson.
Yo, what up, what up? I'm so honored to be here, and you always got something to say.
Hey man, welcome to the show, Sky. Hey, appreciate you taking time out of your quarantine to come chat with me for a little bit.
Yeah,
So as I mentioned in your intro, you know, obviously you're an entrepreneur. You do a lot within the esports community, and you also like have projects like that you do like on the side on your own. Your latest project that you did, I believe you dropped like late last year, was your company Control.
yeah.
Before we get too much into that, exactly what is Control for the people that don't know what your company or your brand is? Like, what exactly are you guys?
Appreciate you asking. Control is a 280 calorie based meal replacement. It comes in a powder form. It tastes like the bottom of a cereal bowl. We went with three iconic flavors to kind of play on nostalgia a little bit.
Okay.
Um, Overall, the product is something that we took a lot of time to kind of develop from ingredient base because I didn't want it to get ripped up. You know how people can rip things up in this community and say it's a glorified protein, et cetera. So we added
Yeah.
solid protein, carbs, and we did a digestive enzyme, just a bunch of stuff. There's a laundry list I can go into if you really want me to get down the
Nah,
ingredient
yeah.
list. I
I mean,
will.
this is what we're here for, man. Like, people need to know. Like,
Yeah, so I mean, we really took some time to formulate this thing. Sundance hit me up maybe a year before launch, a year and 2 months, and said I'd like to come out with an energy drink. I said no because of my past. Obviously, you know why. Not trying to dip down that lane again.
yeah,
But I saw a lane in Control, and Control stands for catered to real life because I wanted it to have pride of starting in the gaming industry, but I wanted to live outside. I wanted to
mhm,
be able to go into a lifestyle product, even though I hate the word. It stands for catered to real life. They're kind of that little play on words. You have the control with the keyboard, catered to real life. You get it.
yeah.
Um, Sat with some nutritionists, really started developing a formula for it. Did digestive enzymes, probiotics, prebiotics. We did MCT oils for appetite suppressant. Really just focused on a solid formula to where no one could really say anything. And we added 2 grams of sugar on that thing, but it comes from real cereal pieces. So yet again, that just kind of plays on the taste.
When you were shooting like for your role as Thanos, like in the Avengers movie, is this something that you use like to keep regular or?
Snap always, dude. Always. That's what promoted the snap, bro. So yes.
Okay, all right. So, what inspired you to really to go through with this and like make this a company?
Good question. I think the sedentary lifestyle that we all live when we play games, right? Like you sit down and you're in that role for 8 to 10 hours a day. If you're streaming on Twitch, a lot of those guys, they're ordering food from like those food delivery apps. Not going to give any promo here,
Yeah,
but those
facts.
those those food apps, they got to pay you. Shamari, come on, man. Those food apps cost you a lot of money. By the time it gets to your door, you're paying more than you would have just for the food and delivery and those charges, which we're all victim. I still do it, you know. But I
Yeah.
wanted to kind of have a product that could eliminate that. Also, something that in the mornings, I don't think a lot of people really care about their nutrition as much because nobody really likes to eat when they first get up.
Right. Like I'm like that. Like I'm not a big breakfast kind of guy. Like as soon as I get up, I'm really just not naturally hungry.
Right. And then you get hungrier kind of throughout the day. So this is
Right.
something that, hey, maybe if you can at least stomach down a shake that tastes good, and you say, okay, at least I got that nutrition in, so you're not missing it.
Mhm.
And then what's cool about it is it's 280 calories if you're kind of trying to watch yourself. You could dumb it down and go 140 calories as a snack.
Mhm.
So that's just one scoop. And then also you can add milk to it instead of doing it with water. And then it's a 400 calorie shake. So yeah, whatever you want to do with it, it's good. But
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
So like obviously everything going on with the coronavirus right now, we couldn't be, you know, face to face, but how's business been since this whole thing happened?
Bo- Booming, bro.
Yeah.
And I say that in the most humblest of ways because it's one of those things where like we're in a situation where just the other day I was seeing like meat could come to a halt in the U.S. for a little bit. Just 2 days
Yeah.
ago, I saw that, right? I don't know if you saw any articles on that, but that's a serious issue, right? Getting like proper nutrition, proteins, et cetera, is a big deal. So for us, people have not only started really upping the meal replacement market and what that could be, and that's the biggest thing for me is trend spotting. If you can catch a trend early and ride that wave out and become first to market, or at least play a role in what could be a $25 billion industry, you're talking real money and you're talking real growth. But more importantly, you're talking really taking care of a lot of people.
Yeah.
And if you have a genuine product and people relate to that, which they have been, like we haven't really gotten any negative feedback. Working on the next flavor, about to snap on that Thanos style. Super excited for that.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah,
I mean, yeah,
so
definitely. I'm gonna have to have a taste test of that whenever that drops. Definitely keep me in the loop on
honest
that.
review. Honest review.
Oh, please, yeah, none less, none less, none
Yeah,
less.
awesome. No friend games.
I wanted to jump in, so I saw like on your Twitter that you're like mentioned in Forbes magazine. Like, what was that about? Like, that's a pretty big deal. What was up with
So
that?
there's a couple times we got I just have a dope connection over there. Really, it's nothing that special. I just have some people that work over there, and
What
they
do you
hit me
mean
up
nothing that
saying,
special? You're in fucking
"No, I mean,
Forbes. Like, come
it's
on.
huge. No, it's. I've been in there the twice for an interview, and then once for this like random like entrepreneur showcase thing.
Okay.
But the interview one in 2016 was really important to me because that was where are you expecting esports to go? And that one meant a lot because I was more excited to really talk about that, see where that can go. But yeah, that was huge. I see you watching. That means a lot. All right.
Yeah, I'm a fan, Sky. Come on now. Like, I'm a fan. I'm a
Get
fan.
out of here. That's awesome. I need that hat though.
I got you. I got you. We'll swap hats. We'll swap hats after this
Yes,
video.
sir. I love it.
What really keeps you motivated and going to try something new and keeps you going every day?
I'd probably say just the come up, right? Like my family, like just the classic story of coming up with not a lot, did their best, doing their thing, still always the best. Shout out mom and dad. But no, that's all it is, man. Just FaceTime with my dad, seeing how they're living. It always kind of says, hey, you got a lot of work to do. Like you're far from done, and I think that and just wanting to do more, right? Like, well, what is this life thing we're living anyway, right? Like, we got to kind of, I just don't want to fit in. Like, I want to do as much as I can to just separate myself in the slightest, because at the end of the day, I probably won't mean much anyway. So,
Exactly.
compared to, there's a lot of people doing a lot of great things, and I just want to find my place amongst those people, I think.
So what's really next for you? I mean, I know you have so many things going for you, like at one time right now and everything, but like, what's the next big thing for Skyler Johnson? Like, if you're able to share it with us.
The month of May, man, this is the biggest month maybe in my career. Doing a lot of things that I think would be at the pinnacle, at the top. For me, controls launching samples, not that big to a lot of people, but that's not the big thing I was hyping up, by the way. But
Okay.
the samples are big because it allows consumer to try the product. Customer can really get into that product without spending the whole bulk load on something they don't know if they want or not. So for me, it's a lot. If you notice, a lot of companies tend to stay away from samples when it comes to this type of product because it's more expensive. So we're not doing it to make money. We're kind of doing it just to clear margin, make sure we don't lose money. But it's just important to give people a chance to try. I'm super hyped for that. We have a big announcement at the end of this month that I couldn't be more hyped for. Definitely one of the biggest projects I've worked on creatively. I think when this thing drops, it's really going to set the bar. That's the goal. Is I want to challenge everyone in this company or in this community kind of to really push themselves to really keep up in the content, because I think we're from the digital space. We're like born creators. All of us. Look at you right now. Like we're all kind of doing something that people don't always do. Like if you go look, and I'm sure you take a look at your friends, there's a lot. How many friends do you have right now that are doing what you're doing?
I made a few, but like not too many. I mean,
right. And that's a powerful thing. You take just as much pride in that. So I think next for me is the paper crown side of thing. We're building some crazy brands for some powerful people. Control side of things. I mean, my dog is going to turn 7 months. That's a big one for me.
That's a big thing right there.
So, no, all of it's just good. Life is good, man. We're just positive energy in this household right now. So
blessings. We love it.
There
We
it
love to
is.
see it. We love to hear it. Hey man, so Sky, we're almost out of time, but what is some advice that that you could give to someone watching this video that maybe want to start their own business or start their own kind of content? Like, what's some creative feedback that you can give to get someone to push them to actually start doing it?
So for me, it's just do it, man. Just keep going with it. I think that's the biggest thing is head down, keep doing it. And I think just settling for one thing is weird. like I love to have like multiple things in motion in case that one thing falls off. I don't really feel bad about it.
Right.
But yeah, that'd probably be it, dude. Get it done.
Hey, man. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Skyler Johnson. Hey, Sky, appreciate you taking the time out to come chat with me during your quarantine. Guys, be sure to like, share, subscribe to the channel. More episodes coming weekly, and that's all we got for today.
But like I say, man, always said it. It's not about the destination. It's all about the journey. Ain't nothing changed but the weather.